Funding provided by...
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we're committed to our foundation of personalized service while treating our customers like family and valuing our employees. Fairway Meat and Grocery, that's what we're all about.
By Muscle Lighting, the sports lighting specialists, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
Small businesses are the backbone of Iowa's communities, and they are backed by Iowa banks. With advice, loans, and financial services, banks across Iowa are committed to showing small businesses the way to a stronger tomorrow. Learn more at iowabankers.com.
It's time for state championship basketball here from the capital city in the great state of Iowa. From Wells Fargo Arena, it is the Class 4A state championship game as the top overall seed, Glenwood Rams, take on the second-seeded Ballard Bombers. Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you may be on this gorgeous afternoon. We're glad you're inside to watch some basketball here with Laura Leonard and myself, BJ Shaven. And Laura, what a matchup. You've got two teams that have contrasting styles, to say the least.
Yeah, really contrasting styles. Glenwood is a team that likes to get up and down the floor. They're averaging 70 points a game here in the tournament. Ballard, on the other hand, they like to play a little defense. They're only giving up 26 points a game here in the tournament, so something's got to give.
Let's take a look at the Ballard Bombers and their resume here to this 4A title game. Second straight trip to state, 15th overall. They've got a really stingy defense, as you mentioned, Laura. Look at that. They can clamp it down on you. And they've got balanced scoring led by a junior in Brooke Levy. Now for the Glenwood Rams, coming in at 21-3 overall. Second straight trip to the state tournament. They've got offense and more offense by a couple of juniors and a sophomore. And look at senior Elle Scarborough. She can really post some numbers. Let's go to the public address announcer, Tim Fitzpatrick.
Each year at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, the Iowa Bankers Association presents the Student Athlete Achievement Award to a student athlete who excels on the court, in the classroom, and in her community. The recipient receives a $1,000 scholarship to the college of her choice. The 2021 Student Athlete Achievement Award winner is Emma Hughes from Glenwood High School. Emma is the daughter of Jennifer and David Hughes. Presenting the 2020 award is Larry Winham from Glenwood State Bank in Glenwood. Congratulations to Emma Hughes, and thank you to Larry Winham with Glenwood State Bank and the Iowa Bankers Association for their sponsorship of this award and continued support of the IGHSAU.
Ballard fans, let's hear it for your Bombers. Let's go. Hey, Glenwood fans, let's hear it for your Rams.
Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's 4A championship matchup. First of all, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the visiting team, the Ballard Bombers. Number 15, Peyton Noe. Number 25, Kylie Rigby. Number 31, Lily Beal. Number 33, Sydney Briggs. Number 35, Paige Noe. Number 41, Ashley Wustenberg. And number 45, Lily Hillebrand. Your assistant coaches, Kelvin Adams, Nathan Smith, and Darren Harold. And now, let's meet your non-starters and assistant coaches for the home team, the Glenwood Rams. Number 10, Emma Hughes. Number 11, Danica Arnold. Number 12, Lauren Rohnfeldt. Number 15, Lauren Becker. Number 24, Grace Neitzer. Number 25, Kate Hughes. Number 32, Cameron Crouch. Number 33, Morgan Stanislaw. Number 34, Kennedy Jones. And number 35, Brinley Arnold. Your assistant coaches, Brian Diekman and Holly Schneider. And now, here are your starters for the 4A championship. For Ballard, a 5'8" junior, number 11, Brooke Levy. For Glenwood, a 5'11" sophomore, number 3, Jenna Hopp. For the Bombers, a 6' junior, number 13, Meg Reitz. For the Rams, a 5'10" junior, number 4, Coral Matheny. For Ballard, a 6'2" senior, number 21, Cassidy Thompson. For Glenwood, a 5'9" junior, number 13, Abby Hughes. For the Bombers, a 5'7" senior, number 23, Josie Fleischman. For the Rams, a 5'8" junior, number 22, Madison Camden. And for Ballard, a 5'6" senior, number 43, Molly Eiley. And for Glenwood, a 5'9" senior, number 23, Elle Scarborough. Head coach for the Bombers, Kelly Anderson. And for the Rams, Brian Rasmussen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll turn your attention to the area in front of the scorer's table. Our officials for this 4A championship game, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Mr. Matt Schull, Mr. Mark Worth, Mr. Patrick Ensminger, and your bench official, Mr. Bob Squires. All right, who's ready for championship basketball?
We are. Laura Leonard, Ballard, what do they need to do to get a victory here?
Well, it's all about defense for Ballard, and they need single-digit quarters. 6 of the 8 quarters they have played here in the tournament have been in single digits, and they need to keep the ball moving. They can't allow the defense to get set. They don't want the ball to get stuck in their rotations.
And on the other side, what about Glenwood?
They need to speed up the game, and that's what they do. They speed up the game. They shoot lots of threes. They get out in transition. They're going to continue to do that. And then they need to have lockdown defense, pressure all over the floor, create turnovers, and off those turnovers, create a little offense.
So here we go. Glenwood in their home whites, Ballard in their away reds. The starting 5 for the Ballard Bombers: Levy, Reeds, Thompson, Fleischman, and Eiley. And it looks like it'll be Thompson jumping against Jenna Hopp, who's joined by Matheny, Hughes, Camden, and Scarborough. And the opening tip controlled by the Glenwood Rams, who rolled their way here to this championship game, knocking off Wahlert Catholic and North Scott. Ballard winners against Harlan and Dallas Center Grimes. Their only common opponent this year was Harlan, and the first ever matchup between these two teams as Ballard forces the steal as Eiley came up with it.
And that's what they do. They help out, they spread the floor, they sag off a little defensively and help out on the dribble drive.
Ballard, the three. Got it! A three by Fleshman.
And they are a team that usually is very patient on the offensive end, but they gave Fleshman some daylight. She was able to let it fly.
Glenwood plays it around the perimeter. Here's Hop. Left it short.
Looking for something in transition, nothing there.
Levy. Oh, Ballard red hot to start this game.
And they're not really an offensive machine. They rely on their defense, and so for them to come out 5-0, that's a good start for them.
And a foul as Ballard was applying the pressure on Jenna Hop, the 5'11 sophomore. Fouled by Levy. That'll be her first.
Good job of understanding where the defense was. They were coming out to defend. She pulls up and knocks down that mid-range jumper, something that we have seen a lot in this tournament where players continue to take the ball right at the defense, trying to draw a foul. Smart thing right there, pull up and shoot the jumper.
Here's the deep three by Camden. Wide of the mark, rebound to Hop.
Now, Hop just has a motor that doesn't quit. She's all over the floor, gets after everything.
Matheny blocked by Thompson. Eiley quickly covered up. Here's the three by Fleshman. No. Eiley left something to be desired, and this is going to go to Glenwood.
I think somebody got a piece of that shot that Eiley put up, and that's why it came up a little bit short. But good ball rotation, and that goes back to one of the keys that we said, keep the ball moving. Don't let it get stuck in this defense to get set.
Glenwood 0 for their first three from the floor. Here's Hop. Draws contact. The foul, I believe, will be on the floor. Oh, they count it. Count the basket as Jenna Hop goes to the line.
A little continuation there, and I thought it was on the floor as well, but she continued on and finished the play and got the hoop.
Jenna Hop nails the free throw. Keep an eye on that sophomore. 5'11", averaging about 15 a game. Laura, she had a Division I offer before she took her first dribble her freshman year. Wichita State offered her. She has numerous offers coming in.
Well, she's certainly a player to keep your eye on because she is going to develop into a really nice player, and I know a lot of colleges are going to come calling, and personally I'd like to see her stay here in the state of Iowa so we can continue to watch her play at one of the schools.
Very talented player. Glenwood has a couple of players receiving looks. We'll give you that storyline throughout. 5-3 game. Ballard with the lead. Glenwood back with the ball.
A little token pressure coming up the court. Just forcing them to speed up a little bit, but that's their game though. Glenwood will shoot a lot of threes.
Foul in backcourt. Frustration on that rebound by Matheny, who will pick up her first. It's Brian Rasmussen, 14 years head coach, 191 victories. Glenwood seeking their school's first ever state championship in basketball. Both of these two schools know how to run. Track and field, cross-country championships. Here's Eiley in the paint with a rebound.
Yeah, Ballard, second in the state in the cross-country meet this year. So you're right, they can get out and run, and conditioning I don't think is an issue for Ballard or either one of these teams.
Glenwood still your defending state champion in track and field from a couple of years ago in 2019. The putback is there. Cassidy Thompson with the offensive board and putback. 7-3 Bombers.
Just hanging around and got herself in great offensive position to get the putback. That was a really nice sequence by Ballard. They moved the ball, they worked it around until they got a good look.
Scarborough posting up and getting the bucket. (7-5). Ballard has led from the start of this game. Now they'll reset with Levy.
Good look at the 2-3 zone of Glenwood, trying to get the ball into the middle. That little gap between the 2 and the 3, but they close it down quickly.
Scarborough, hard spin to her left. Here's Hop. Boy, got free and can't get the shot to fall, and the rebound comes down to Levy.
Nothing there on the initial break, so they reset. They're going to take their time.
And an errant pass as Glenwood will take it over.
A little miscommunication on the cut.
Hillebrand will come in.
Reach was going to cut back door, and I don't think Levy saw it that way.
This is going to stay with Glenwood. Ballard is going to force you into a lot of things you don't want to do defensively. They'll throw a lot of different looks at you, especially as you try to advance the basketball.
And it just, you know, it wears on you physically, it wears on you mentally, and you do make mistakes that you normally wouldn't make.
Hillebrand will pick up the foul here. Going to the line is going to be Madison Camden. 84% on the season. You know, and as a junior, she's had to play a number of different roles. Last year primarily was the scorer, but you know, she has over 1,000 points in her career, Laura.
And not playing at 100% this year. You can see she's got that knee brace on that knee and kind of been playing through injury all year long, but really had a nice semifinal game.
Ballard with the lead on the ball here. Glenwood stretching out their zone.
And it really is forcing Ballard way out to get their offense set. But they are, you can see they're probing, they're digging in, they're trying to drive to find the opening, kicking it back out. And boy, Glenwood can't give up offensive rebounds like that.
Eiley, a rebound monster here so far in the opening quarter. Here's a drive by Levy, and it's going to stay with Ballard.
And Levy beats Scarborough, but Scarborough from behind able to get that block. Good look on the cut. And Scarborough, trailing the play, goes up and cleanly bats it away.
Meg Reitz back into the game for Ballard. Thompson with the kick out. Here's Reitz. Tough shot. Rebound will come down to Scarborough. Here come the Rams. From the corner. Oh, Camden had a great look at it, and then a foul on the rebound. Eiley with her 4th rebound, as that foul going to be registered against Brindley Arnold, a 6'3" junior, who also is gaining some Division I interest. She has a couple of offers already on the table.
Yeah, she's a nice-looking player coming off the bench, and I know you and I have talked about this this morning about, you know, how can you not get her into the ball game and have her be a starter? And I know they have their strategy and their reasons behind it, but you can just see that she's got this huge potential when she comes into a game, and she's certainly going to get some opportunities after her high school career.
Picks up the rebound, does Arnold, the kick out. This ball going to be deflected away, and Ballard was stepping on the end line with Hillebrand, so it will stay with Glenwood. 1:18 to play here in the opening quarter, a 1-point game. Levy, quick rest, back in there. Here's the 3 by Arnold off the mark.
And who pulls the rebound? Eiley, another one.
Eiley right back with it. Ballard a little bit undersized out on the floor right now, going against Glenwood's tallest lineup.
And look how far they're pushing them out. And they are not Ballard right now, and now the clock under a minute. Gonna maybe hold, but they are really being forced out of where they normally like to set their offense.
As you know, no shot clock in high school basketball. 7-6 our score. Ballard hit their first baskets of the ball game, but have since cooled off. Now 3 of 13 from the field after starting 2 of 2.
Yeah, they got off to that nice 5-0 start and have been pretty quiet since.
Start to near the 10-second mark.
Well, you got to get things rolling if you want to get a good look at it.
Hillebrand to the top. Levy, yes!
Well, they ran that to perfection. That's exactly how you wind down a clock. Under a minute, they continually work the ball out on the perimeter, skip pass over, and they get the big bucket at the buzzer.
How about this? Ballard shooting lights out from the perimeter. Have a 10-6 lead on Glenwood.
Are you a member of an organization or part of a school looking for engaging, free resources to use with youth? Iowa PBS is more than a television station. We have access to thousands of research-based learning assets. Our highly trained staff, many former educators, are ready and waiting to come meet your educational needs at no charge. Iowa PBS participates in STEM festivals, math events, and literacy nights. We provide professional development to formal educators and partner with families and informal educators to get relevant resources in the hands of learners to encourage engagement and retention. Contact Educational Services to find out how Iowa PBS can support learners of all ages.
10-6 our score. Ballard with the lead on Glenwood. The Rams just shooting 22% from the field. Ballard defensively has held their opponents to just 27. Laura, the Bombers are getting their game out onto the court.
Well, they really are, and they've relied on that defense all season long, and it's held true here through the state tournament. And I think we looked it up before the ball game. Was it 42 points was the most that they'd given up all season long? So that's the high water mark. And this is a team in Glenwood that averages 70 points a game here in the tournament, 72 on the season.
That was against Gilbert. And of course, Ballard won that game. Just one loss this season was to North Polk, and Ballard avenged that loss in the regional finals by 20 points. 10-6 our score. Here's the drive. They can't get it to fall. Do the Bombers, but Eiley with another rebound. She's got 5. Levy the floater. 12-6, the Bombers double up the Rams.
They're getting the offensive boards, they're getting the second chance opportunity, and a good control as Levy went in, pulled up as the defense was coming at her.
She's got 7. Now Glenwood looking to get on track. Beat Wahlert, scoring 79, scoring 61 the other day against North Scott. Scarborough with the dump down, and this is going to be deflected. And Ballard comes up with, here's Levy, 3-on-2. This is Ballard's game. Slow it down. Look for the open shot. Levy. It's pretty wide open, and timeout going to be taken here by Brian Rasmussen, and Glenwood. Ballard on a big run. Leads it 15-6, and Levy really hitting her mark. She has 10 in the game, Laura.
Well, they're leaving her open. That ball rotation, the defense has not been adjusting to find her. She has the hot hand right now. You have to identify her when you get down on the court and pick her up, get a hand in the face.
Well, Ballard defeated a fellow Hawkeye 10 conference member in Harlan in the opening round. Then they took down Dallas Center Grimes. Glenwood, as we mentioned, winners over Wahlert Catholic and North Scott to make their way here to the championship game. Glenwood, 3 losses this season, but they are 21-0 against Iowa teams. Their losses were to Fremont, Nebraska, and Millard South out of Omaha area, and of course Maryville, Missouri. But Ballard They played tough competition all year in Central Iowa.
Well, you know, Coach Rasmussen feels like that loss to Millard South, it was a high-scoring affair, 107-83. They got beat, but he said they came into the locker room afterwards with a new perspective, not really feeling bad about what they had done and losing that game, but really felt good about what they did in that game, and that was kind of a turning point for them.
This 3 in and out for Fleshman, and the rebound to Glenwood. It's been a while since the Rams have scored. Last field goal coming at the 4:06 mark, so it's been over 6 minutes since Glenwood has scored a field goal. They'll draw the foul here from Ballard.
You have to be on your toes, ready to play defense when Jenna Hopp is coming at you one-on-one. She has good ability to handle the basketball, makes a nice spin move under control.
Meg Reed's picked up that last foul. 4 on Ballard, and a layup now for Glenwood as Madison Camden comes through.
Coming into the state tournament, averaging 15 points a game.
And a blocking foul called on Jenna Hopp, her first. Team's third.
That's something that Hopp is very good at, is being able to slide over, get those feet planted, and taking a charge. This time didn't get over quite in time.
Brindley Arnold will come into the game for Hopp. Here's Eiley. Wide open from the wing. Can't get it to fall. Glenwood wants to go up tempo, but Ballard with the extreme get back defense.
They do a good job in transition. If they see the ball is not going to be rebounded by one of their teammates, they're going to get back, get set up, identify ball handlers, slow things down.
That's the 4th turnover by Glenwood.
You could see how deliberate they are on the offensive end. Look out now, Glenwood really coming out and meeting them right at the half-court line.
Arnold forces the issue. Ballard will turn it over. Here come the Rams, the 3. Yes, sir. Knocking it down from the wing is Madison Camden. And a timeout going to be taken by Ballard. A 9-point lead. Now trimmed down to 4. The Bombers, Laura, have really played exceptionally well. Brooke Levy already in double figures.
She really has had a nice start to this ball game. Nice floater. You could see her hit the outside jumper a couple of times. Same spot on the floor. She's knocked down those 3-point shots and really helped Ballard get off to a quick start.
All right, 15-11 our score. Timeout there just a moment ago by Ballard. They want to try to stop these runs because they know Glenwood can really churn out some points in a hurry.
And I think that's exactly what Coach Kelly Anderson thought. You know, got the steal. They were able to feed the momentum off the steal, turn that into a big 3-point shot. And I think Coach Anderson said, all right, we're going to nip it right here and not allow it to go any further.
Levy underneath, and a shot blocked. And then a foul going to be called here on Cassidy Thompson. That's going to be her second.
Great passing to get the ball to Thompson. Recovery defense by Glenwood there to get the block. And I think Thompson, a little bit out of frustration, picks up the foul.
Ballard going to bring in Sydney Briggs. The senior will come in now for Thompson. 15-11 our score. Glenwood trying to climb back from a 9-point deficit, and Eiley with the steal.
Kind of snuck in from behind into that passing lane, read the eyes of Brindley Arnold of what she wanted to do, and jumped that passing lane.
How about Josie Fleshman coming back with a big field goal?
Both these teams getting the steals, getting the turnovers, and then turning those into points.
And a foul going to be called on Meg Reeds, her second. So the foul starting to mount on Ballard. That's going to be the 6th team foul on the Bombers.
Glenwood continuing to attack, and so they are forcing the action. And that's why they're getting to the free throw line and they're being able to draw the fouls.
So Camden with 6 here so far to pace Glenwood at the line, missing her first free throw of this 4A championship game. And the second one not there, and the rebound to Ballard. Levy to the corner, Fleshman.
Glenwood is not getting back in transition defense, and they're leaving the shooters open. And whoever's bringing the ball down the floor is finding them.
And Hop gets the bucket. She's got 5. And Ballard attacks quickly. Fleshman will draw the foul.
Showing Glenwood that they can push the tempo as well. They got that ball down the court in a hurry and went into attack mode.
20-13, Ballard with the advantage here with 3:28 to play in the first half. These two teams, much like all teams here in the state of Iowa, schools for that matter, have had to battle through a lot with COVID-19 protocols. Ballard a little bit different. In fact, Kelly Anderson told us at the beginning of the season they were online for the first 2 weeks of the year, not because of COVID protocols, but because of the derecho. Of course, remember that horrific windstorm that swept across Iowa, creating a lot of damage. In fact, the high school at Ballard still has damage done on its building, has not been repaired yet, but will over the summer, as you see Glenwood able to knock down the 3, Camden coming through. But you think about all that, and Glenwood, of course, had to miss the first 2 weeks of the basketball season because of COVID-19 protocols.
Just been a lot of hurdles to clear for all these athletes, and I think just being able to be here at the state tournament, I don't think these players, they've learned to not take anything for granted anymore, and are just happy to be able to be back on the basketball court after going through a lot of trying issues.
Well, coming up at the half, we're going to highlight the year that it was for COVID-19 and how the Iowa girl has led the way. Kylie Rigby for Ballard just checked into the game. Here's Camden at the top. You bet! Madison Camden nailing it and pacing her team right back into this game. It's a 2-point contest. Camden now with 12 in the contest for the Rams.
Camden is definitely having a great start to this ball game. She's done it on both ends of the floor, and that was picture perfect. One dribble over to the left, got the feet set, great shooting motion.
21-19, Ballard with the advantage, and Glenwood trying to storm back from being down by 9.
Well, 2 players, well, actually 3 players have scored for Glenwood, but the bulk of the scoring is being done by Camden. 12 points, 5 by Hop, and El Scarborough has chipped in 2. So they need to find another score to help them out.
And Ballard really going deep into their bench because of foul trouble. Here's Levy in the paint to the corner. Now the 3-ball. Rigby can't get it to fall. Rebound to Ballard, but they're going to say it was tied up. Glenwood will get the possession here.
Full court pressure, and now they back off.
Here's Scarborough. Now to Hop. Count it!
Those are the kinds of moves that Hop can make to help pick up the energy for her team. She just muscled her way through the defense, and she's so strong upper body, able to finish through that contact.
First lead of the game for Glenwood, 22-21. As they have been on quite a run here to battle their way back to take the advantage. We are definitely in for a good time here, Charlie. 22-21 Glenwood.
And little plays like that can help energize the rest of the team, and then you start picking up things defensively, moving your feet a little bit more.
And the rebound to Scarborough. And a lot of this damage done with a couple of starters on the bench and foul trouble for Ballard. Shot wide of the mark, loose, rebound, picked up by Camden. She's got 14.
What great hustle by Camden. She is all over the court.
36 points for the state tournament now for the 5A junior. Eiley with the kick out, and a charge is going to be called against Ballard. Eiley will pick up her first.
We talked about it earlier in the ball game where Jenna Hopp has the anticipation, understands, looks at what the offense is doing, and beats a player to a spot, plants those feet, and draws a charge.
Can Ballard sustain the wave here being put on by Glenwood?
Last field goal for Ballard at the 3:44 mark.
Hopp will draw contact.
So they got the ball down to Hopp in the post area, kind of cleared it out and let her work.
See Hopp's numbers on the season, able to connect the free throw here. Now she's got 9. Missed her first couple of shots to start this game, but is now regaining her composure. Now you see Ballard. Okay, Kelly Anderson has said enough is enough. He wants to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand here. Starters back in that have had some foul trouble. Cassidy Thompson, Brooke Levy.
And you figure they might now just hold for the final shot. We'll see what Glenwood does as far as defense if they come out and pressure a little bit. But we saw Ballard hold for most of the first quarter right before the buzzer.
Glenwood switching to man-to-man defense. Levy eyeing it as the clock continues to tick down.
Now you want to make sure you have enough time left on the clock, too, to possibly get an offensive rebound if you don't make it. Got to get things rolling right now.
Levy picked up her dribble. 5 on the game clock. Eiley way out top. Now to Levy at the horn. Ballard did not get a good look at it. Glenwood will take a 4-point lead into the locker room after falling down by as many as 9 here in the first half. We are in the Class 4A state championship game. Glenwood with a 25-21 lead. Now, let's take a look at the All-Iowa dance team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the All-Iowa Honor Dance Team is making its more than 40th appearance at the Girls State Basketball Tournament. 515 dancers auditioned virtually this past fall. 92 Iowa high school dance teams are represented in this year's All-Iowa Honor Dance Team, with 238 dancers participating in this pre-recorded performance. All schools are members of the Iowa State Dance Team Association. Choreographers are Betty Baker, Andrea Dana, and Stacy Horton. The director of the All-Iowa Honor Dance Team is Kathy Enyart. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy the 2021 All-Iowa Honor Dance Team.
What a performance. Here at the half in the 4A championship game, Glenwood leads it 25-21. Well, the 2021 Iowa Girls High School Basketball Championships marks 1 year since a global pandemic changed our daily lives. And it's been a year of perseverance for Iowa girls as they found both community and a collective mission in the face of adversity. Here's Sievers to Morenz. And the lead and the championship for Newell Fonda.
That is a comeback for the ages. What a game.
As the lights went down on the 2020 Iowa girls basketball season, nobody had any idea what lay ahead.
Coronavirus infections have passed the 500,000 mark worldwide.
3.3 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits in the last week alone.
Open up your trunk, thank you.
With much of the country in quarantine, Iowans came to terms with a global pandemic. Decision makers were faced with difficult choices, including the executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Gene Berger.
Remember, this is all new. We have no playbook. You're just operating sort of in this vacuum. Schools are shut down. Our sports are shut down. Our kids are not working with coaches. We made the decision not to have any of our spring sports.
When Coach had to call that meeting and say, "Sorry, ladies, there's no season," what was your emotion?
I look back on it now and I just wish that I spent like 5 more minutes on the field, like just taking it all in, like taking deep breaths, like, wow, this was my last time. I definitely wish that I had just one more moment, like on the field with my best friends.
The season kept getting pushed back and delayed. Pitchers and catchers knew that we couldn't be taking this time off. So we all found like open field somewhere, wherever we could go to pitch together and catch together.
By summer 2020, COVID-19 was a fact of life. The IGHSAU chose to let each district decide for themselves whether or not to participate in summer sports.
A softball coach said, just tell us what we need to do and we'll do it. We'll do anything you want us to do so we can play. And they did.
We are on the way to a beautiful evening in Fort Dodge.
State championship is #1 goal when you're in a sport. That's everyone's goal. And so we kind of kept that in the back of our mind.
Cheyenne Barron, she's a .507 hitter.
Take our temperature before each practice, before each game.
To deep left. Home run!
Had to sanitize all of our equipment. We had our own bats and our own helmets. And during games, we had to take the ball into the dugout with us instead of leaving it at the pitcher's mound.
We weren't able to stay in the dorms. If we had a regular season, we would have stayed in the dorms there. And so we drove back every day, like 2.5 hours every day, twice.
We learned so much. So we took that into our fall championships and into volleyball especially.
Keep a safe distance away, always sanitizing balls, sanitizing hands, not sharing really any equipment at all.
With all the crazy going on in the world, like we knew we had volleyball to always just play and rely on that. So we wanted to take advantage of it, and that's what we were going to do. We're just going to play, compete, and have fun.
If this is what we have to do, especially for like the seniors like Fiona and I, this is our last chance to play, and because of these circumstances, like we're just going to have to do what we have to do.
State championship for Clarksville, 5th time's a charm.
I think it is really important to note that we got cut short of some games and some practices. We had to like work on our own and do our own thing on our own to keep at it and to still improve every single day.
As the seasons changed, so did case counts. With winter approaching, Iowans were reminded that nothing in 2020, least of all a schedule, is guaranteed.
When you get the news that there's been a stoppage and we're going virtual before we were able to play our first game, then you have another stoppage for the holiday break. And we get shut down with COVID for 10 days.
Having to watch other teams play, there's a perspective that you don't get
by playing every night. And so they're glad at the opportunity to play it, even if it's to practice for one night. And so they're not taking anything for granted at this point.
That research on mental health, that really struck a chord with me about what kids had been giving up.
Losing something that you're that passionate about affects a lot.
Honestly, for me, I kind of just didn't think about that we were in a pandemic. I was just focused in the moment because you're never going to get that back. So I didn't want to hold back any of the energy or any of that.
Giving up some hits, but
the best part of it was just being able to go out there and compete and forget about what was all going on around us. We were all just like banding together to support each other. Just being able to get out of the house and like see sports.
And that smile says it all.
Everyone just seemed so excited.
What a year it has been. Glenwood ends the first half on a 14-1 run. They lead it 5-4. We'll have more when we return here on Iowa PBS.
Downton Abbey. What was it about this series that made the world fall in love with these characters and their stories?
Of course, if I knew why Downton had reached its level of success, I would do nothing else but make mega hits for the rest of my life.
Please join me, Jim Carter, for a loving look back at this incredible television series and go behind the scenes of the movie in Downton Abbey Returns.
Tune in or stream Sunday evening at 6:30 on Iowa PBS.
PBS is celebrating the 25th anniversary of Ken Burns' brilliant film, The Civil War, with a complete frame-by-frame restoration from the original negative. It's truly glorious to look at. We talked with Ken Burns himself about what made it the most successful documentary series in broadcast history. Please join me, Sam Waterston, for this tribute to Ken Burns, The Civil War.
Tuesday evening at 7 on Iowa PBS.
25-21, Glenwood with the advantage on Ballard. What a second quarter it was, Laura, for Glenwood. They got their game out on the court, much like we saw in the first for Ballard.
Yeah, they were stuck a little bit in that first quarter, couldn't really find their rhythm, but then the second quarter they broke loose. They were able to break the defense of Ballard and have that big run.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights here, and it started with Ballard able to make it rain from the outside. They hit 4 threes in the first half.
They were able to get off to that really good start, and then that fueled their defense. But then by the second quarter, I think Glenwood had figured out a few things. They were able to get their offense running the way that they normally do. Got a little pickup from their defense, and that fed their offense, and they started knocking down shots, went into the attack mode, were able to get the and-one situations, and have that big 19-point second quarter.
It is a 4-point game. As we take a look at the second half and how we set it up, here are the statistics. As we had mentioned, Glenwood off to a very slow start. Boy, did they ever pick it up in that second quarter. And you see the rebounding numbers. Ballard does hold the advantage there. But for the second half, Laura, for Glenwood to win their first ever state championship in basketball, what do they need to do?
Well, I think feed upon and continue upon what you did towards the end of the second quarter. Turn up the defense a little bit and then continue to go back into that attack mode. Dribble penetration, kick out to the three-point shooters.
And for the Ballard Bombers to win their second state title, last time they did it was 2009. What's the comeback got to look like?
It all starts with defense with Ballard, and they need to get back to their defensive principles and continue to be aggressive, maybe get out in those passing lanes a little bit further, continue to get the backside help. But everything for Ballard starts on the defensive end.
Each team with their starting 5 out on the floor. For Ballard, it'll be Levy, Reitz, Thompson, Fleshman, and Eiley. And for the Rams, Hopp, Matheny, Hughes, Camden, and Scarborough. So here we go, the second half ready to get underway. Ballard will begin with the ball.
You have to remember that Ballard, their last bucket was at the 3:44 mark in the second quarter. So they're on a little bit of a drought, and I think Glenwood is going to try to keep them on that drought.
Well, it starts that way as the rebound comes down to Camden of Glenwood. She's open for three.
Well, she had the hot hand in the first half and got her open there. Continue to see if she can knock them down. Just a little too strong with that last one.
Shot off the mark. Eiley with the offensive rebound. Now from the corner, Levy can't get it to fall. And here comes Glenwood, but this is deflected away by Ballard. And Glenwood will hold the position.
Good hustle by Levy to get back in defensive transition, but you know, right now it's starting out at the pace of what Glenwood wants to play. They're speeding up Ballard.
Inbounds play, not there. Rebound on the floor, and it will be tied up. Possession arrow will keep it with Glenwood. A little bit of smiles break out there for the scrum.
Usually those things don't end in smiles.
No. Here's Hop. Matheny. And one. And the foul will be registered against Cassidy Thompson. That will be her second.
Good dribble drive. They kind of overloaded a little bit to the left side of the floor, started a little weave, and that allowed Matheny the driving lane to get it right through there and finish.
So you got Levy, Reeds, and Thompson each with two apiece. And now Hillebrand will come into the game. And on the missed free throw, a foul will be called. And that is against Sydney Briggs, who also just checked into the game. Hop able to connect on the free throw. It's a 7-point lead here for the Rams.
And that's 2 points from the free throw line that Ballard gave up that offensive rebound off of the free throw and put them right back on the line. So 2 free points really for Glenwood.
If you're Ballard, how do you circle back in this one? Here's Eiley.
Well, continue to attack like that, and that's what you want to do, but you can't rush the shot, and they're getting sped up. They're playing a little bit quicker than what they normally like to do, and that's all because Glenwood is doing that defensively. Now they're starting to get into their mind a little bit, and just the presence of the defense being in the area is causing them to alter their shot.
Eiley with some great hustle there to tie up the ball.
Tried to work off of a double high post to get Levy a shot.
Can't get it to fall, and the rebound to Glenwood. Glenwood with the three. Hop with the rebound, put back not there. Eiley with the rebound, and she'll be tied up.
Eiley has been scrapping all over the boards, and she has gotten her hand in on pretty much everything that comes off the rim.
10 rebounds now for Molly Eiley. Hasn't scored, but you're right. She hasn't exactly been showing up in the stat sheet from a point perspective, but from a scrapping ability, it's been all over it. Here's Hop. Three off the mark, and the rebound to Levy. Ballard, dire need of a bucket. In the paint, contact, can't get the and one opportunity, but going to the line is going to be Meg Reeds.
That was good ball rotation by the Bombers as they were able to work the ball around and spread out the defense, open up that driving lane for Reeds.
Abby Hughes will check out. Coming in is Brinley Arnold. 8-point game. See Reeds' numbers on the season. and able to connect on 1 out of 2. Still haven't scored a field goal now in nearly 6 minutes of play.
And it's not that they haven't had the looks to be able to knock those shots down.
Talk about a look. There's Madison Camden again, another 3, her 4th triple of the game.
Heating up again, missed the first shot of the quarter in the 3rd quarter, but comes back and finds the range.
Levy shot off the mark. Hop gonna have it nearly poked away. It's on the floor, and a timeout going to be taken by Glenwood here with a 10-point lead. The Rams gaining control of this game with 5:05 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Got the double screen up top, and they were able to pop Camden wide open, caught it in rhythm, and knocked it down. And, you know, when Brian Rasmussen got this job, came to Glenwood and he asked how many 3-point shooters were on the team, and he said only a couple of hands went up, and he goes, well, we're going to change that. He goes, everybody is going to shoot 3-pointers. I just want you to be a threat on the floor. When you're out there on the floor, I don't want you shooting it all the time, but I want you to be able to connect and be that threat. And so after that, everybody came into practice. They shoot a lot of 3-pointers. They've become very efficient at shooting the distance ball.
This is an interesting look on the inbounds. Glenwood spreading the floor as they try to get Hop. This is going to be turned over, as Levy will end up with it for the Bombers. Eiley thought about the 3, the drive, and finish. She'll go to the line for the 3-point play, and Laura, that snaps a long cold streak for Kelly Anderson and his Bombers.
She's been able to slice in there several times and not finish. This time, great ball fake. Got the defender out of position and drives right between 2 defenders and draws the foul.
A Minnesota State recruit gets 3 on the board for the Bombers, and it's down to a 7-point lead for Glenwood. Scarborough trying to pivot out of it. Now to Hop. In the paint. Her own rebound. Hop can't get the putback. And this is going to be tied up. Possession arrow gives it to Ballard.
Hop just didn't give up on it, and even, I think, rebounded it while sitting on the floor after the scrum for the loose ball.
Madison Camden leading the way with 17 points for Glenwood, 11 for Jenna Hop. Brooke Levy scored 10 in the game's first 9 minutes, but has been held scoreless since. Well, that was a foul you could hear from way over here.
I think you could hear that across the state.
Well, Jenna Hop with the slap, and that'll put Ballard at the line.
And that's going to be her 3rd foul. So she's got to be smart the rest of the way.
Roots unable to connect on the free throw. 74% free throw shooter on the season. And Ballard really having to try to earn every point that they can try to get here. They've been outscored so far in the 3rd quarter by 3 at 7-4. And they can't get free throws here. And stepping on the sideline was Glenwood, as Ballard is starting to crank up the pressure.
And that's what they rely on. And now they're kind of getting back to their principles of winning games by using their defense. They kind of got away from that.
And Ballard will go back to the line again. Boy, they are attacking. This foul going to be called on Emma Hughes, her first. As to the line we go with Josie Fleshman. And the Northwestern State University recruit unable to knock that one down. Scored 10 points in the semifinals. And able to knock this one down. So Ballard just starting to inch their way a little bit closer. The lead down to 6.
They're just kind of methodically making their way back in this ball game. Arnold has great position down low. She was posting up against Cassidy Thompson, and they didn't get her the basketball.
This is going to be off of the support system, so Ballard will force the turnover. That is the 9th turnover of the game by Glenwood. And the Rams will go back to their bench. Abby Hughes will check back in.
You can see a little coaching going on there, some frustration, and a good job of trying to calm down a player. You could see maybe a few tears coming to the eyes over the mistake, and you can't have that. You got to have those players as you continue on in this ball game. So nice job by Coach Rasmussen to go over there and settle down Hughes.
That's the 5th team foul, and that's going to be the 3rd on Brindley Arnold. So the foul starting to mount against Glenwood here. On the perimeter, Ballard again will attack, and another foul as Ballard continues to go right at Arnold, and that will be her 4th.
She's going to the official and asking about it, and he said, well, I'm not the one that made the call. And so she wants to know exactly what she did. And I don't know if we're going to have a shot of that and see if she dipped her hands, if she got her with the body, but either way, she's got foul number 4.
Ballard has gone unconscionably cold from the foul line. They are now 4 of 10 for the game.
On the season, they're 74% free throw shooting team.
Reed's able to knock down 1 out of 2 on this trip. It's a 5-point lead. Glenwood, Hop with the 3, left it short, rebound to Eiley. The Bombers to the corner for 3, it's left short. And Glenwood will get the rebound eventually. Rams trying to work it on the perimeter. This game's starting to tighten up a little bit.
Yeah, you get to this point, you're halfway through the 3rd quarter, and it's a tight game. Now you sometimes you start thinking about things a little bit more than just playing the game.
It's a 4A championship game. Glenwood with the advantage by 5.
And this is as long as Glenwood has held a ball in a possession.
Going to work with Hop, has it deflected away. It's on the court. It'll be tied up.
I think Reach was sneaking in from behind as Hop turns her back. And you do that, and those guards see that, they can come in and pick your pocket.
So Scarborough look to put it in play into the corner. Ballard with some quick hands will force the issue, the turnover. Eiley into the corner, the 3, Fleshman, no. And a foul on the rebound, and I believe this is against Thompson. That's a big foul too for Ballard. That'll be her 3rd.
They had the shot, they had the open look at the 3-pointer, just came up short, and then Thompson trying to battle Hop for rebounding position. Picks up a foul, and she's going to have to sit for a little bit.
Wiesenberg will come into the game for her. 5-point game. Ballard getting their game onto the court here in the 3rd quarter after falling down by as many as 10. Hop on the perimeter trying to attack baseline, and it's off of the knee of Eiley. It will stay with Glenwood here with 1:40 to play here in the 3rd.
They continue to try to pound that baseline drive, and Ballard doing a good job of sliding over, getting a foot on the baseline.
There's going to be a foul on the floor here on the drive, and that is going to be the 4th team foul on Ballard. And Fleshman will pick up her 1st. She has 10, Levy has 10 to lead the way for the Bombers. This is going to be kicked. So Glenwood will have to redo it from the baseline. Scarborough will put it in play. Underneath, the layup, good by Matheny.
Great job of screening to pop her open on the weak side.
Wiesenberg with the kick out. That's the first basket in a while for Glenwood. Now to the corner, Levy for three. Left it short and the rebound to Hop. Here comes Glenwood with 1:10 to play in the third quarter. Travel will be called against Glenwood. 11th turnover of the game by the Rams.
And continuing to drive from the right side baseline. They see an opening there, but it's quickly closed up.
Here's Eiley in the paint, lost control of it, and it will be turned over to Glenwood.
A rash of turnovers on both ends right now. We've seen a little bit of everything here in the third quarter.
Inside of 54 seconds to play in the quarter, a 7-point lead for Glenwood. Ballard did have it trimmed down to 5 after the lead grew to 10 for the Rams. Scarborough on the outside, looking to go in to Hop, who's posting up strong. This ball's out on the deck. Levy up with a turnover. Numbers for Ballard. They can't get it. Wiesenberg's follow-up not there. Eiley in the paint will attack and can't get the layup. Glenwood holds strong.
Wow, breathing a sigh of relief is Glenwood.
Boy, lots of contact as Camden will come up with the ball. Into the paint will draw contact. Meg Reitz will pick up the foul. That'll be her third. Ballard in the bonus the rest of the way, as will Glenwood be. So here's Madison Camden. Cool and composed is the junior at the line. 84% on the season. Knocks down the first one. She's got 18 for the game.
And she has a season high of 26, so she is looking at maybe eclipsing that if she has a big fourth quarter.
Ballard gonna hold for one here, down by 9. Here's Levy in the paint. Short jumper, can't get it to roll through. And the rebound to Hop, and that will be it for the third quarter. And Glenwood has a 9-point lead. Ballard, can they storm back, or will Glenwood hold on for their school's first ever state championship? Find out when we return here on Iowa PBS.
At PBS, we know that helping students learn is a teacher's top priority. Find the content you need to enhance lessons and help spark your students' sense of curiosity at PBS Learning Media.
Inspire kids with young explorers. Examine women's suffrage with Carrie Chapman-Catt. Uncover Iowa's vast diversity with Iowa Land and Sky. And go behind the scenes with Iowa PBS performances. Find more Iowa educational collections at iowa.pbslearningmedia.org.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Support your PBS station and you can get Passport, giving you full seasons, early releases, special collections, and more.
Glenwood with a 36-27 lead over Ballard. With Laura Leonard, I am BJ Shaban. As you're watching the Class 4A State Championship here on Iowa PBS. More titles to be awarded today. Coming up next at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Maquoketa Valley will take on Dyke New Hartford. And then the nightcap at 6:30 tonight. It's Bishop Garrigan and Newell Fonda in the rematch. Earlier today, it was Unity Christian outlasting Westline for the 3A title. And last night in the 5A championship, Waukee defeated Johnston 71-43. So here is the third championship game. It's in Class 4A. Levy will try to bring her Bombers back. The layup good with the right hand from the left side.
Boy, she did that too, and she had to peek over her shoulder to see who was closing in on her as Glenwood went for the steal, and she realized, hey, I've got numbers. I can take it to the hoop, and she did.
Ballard needs stops. And they get one here. Levy, quick hands. They've got numbers. Levy to the rack.
2 quick buckets for Ballard. Gets them that much closer, and it's all started with their defense on that last possession.
5-point game. Here's Hop. Gets her own rebound and put back. How about that for the sophomore?
She never gives up on it, and even if she knows that she's going to miss the shot, she hangs in and gets herself into position to rebound.
And a 3-ball for Ballard, knocking it down to make it a 4-point game.
They got the defense out of position. Again, they had numbers. What a shot there by Hughes.
And an and one. Are you not entertained out there today? Abby Hughes.
Just when Ballard comes a little bit closer, look at that. The hammer on the arm by Fleshman, and Hughes able to follow through, keep her concentration, and get it to go.
And the possession before that, Fleshman able to knock down the 3. Now a timeout taken here by Ballard. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Glenwood with 3. It's back to a 6-point game with 6:38 to play. What do the Bombers need to do to get this within a single possession?
Well, again, it's defense for Ballard, and they've shown that here the last few possessions, and they've been able to pick it up a notch. And then they're knocking down shots now. They didn't in that end of the second quarter, into the third quarter. Now they're starting to find the mark again and starting to get confident on the offensive end. In Glenwood, I think you just need to continue to pound the ball inside, and if they collapse down defensively, kick it out to the 3-point shooters. As we know, Glenwood likes to shoot a lot of threes. They average about 25 attempts a game.
Well, if you take a look at the state map, where did they go? How did they get here? Glenwood, home of also the Rams. Jason Rounds, also very popular over on the western side of the state with that school district. They had to go 146 miles to get to Des Moines. And, of course, Ballard, they are made up of the communities of Cambridge, Huxley, Kelly, and Slater. Man, they didn't have to go too far down here to Wells Fargo Arena, but they are providing us an entertaining game here with 6:38 to play. It's a 6-point lead for Glenwood, and you take a look at it, Madison Camden leading the way with 19, Laura, 13 for Jenna Hopp, Ballard with 2 scores in double figures, Levy with 14, Fleshman with 13, and the lead back to 7. Ballard being very resilient. In fact, they said they were on a mission. The senior class has played together for a long time. A mission to win a championship. Well, they're down by 7. What can they do to get back into this? Here's Reeds on the drive and finish with the left hand.
The slimmest of alleyways to drive through, and Reeds able to slice through the defense and get to the hoop.
Well, Glenwood, one of the things they do, a lot of things were different. Fans could not attend games like they normally would during this high school basketball season, but they play an entertaining style. In fact, they have one of the highest viewerships of online games in the state. And we can see why. They get up and down the floor and shoot, especially this one right here. Except it's left short this time by Camden.
Well, who doesn't like scoring? They average 72 points a game on the season, and so who wouldn't want to tune in and watch that kind of a game?
Here's the kick out, Reeds. And it will be out of bounds. Still a 5-point game with 5:19 to play.
And I don't think Glenwood is the type of team to take time off the clock, because sometimes a team that plays up-tempo like that and they go into a slow-down mode, that is not the recipe for success. It always allows the opponent to climb back into a ball game. So I think you'll see Glenwood continue to run the offense the way they normally do.
Running and gunning, and Matheny will go to the line to shoot some free throws here.
Got up a little high defensively, really trying to force it up to the half-court line, and Matheny able to beat her defender and got a nice pass.
See Matheny's numbers here tonight. And that foul is going to put Cassidy Thompson on the bench. She's got 4. Glenwood extends their lead here to 6. That one out, but Eiley with another rebound. She's got 13 here on this afternoon. Here's Reitz on the drive, can't get the layup to fall. Hopp with some pretty good defense there. And then the drive and finish here off the mark. It's going to be tied up. Glenwood will have the possession here. Let's do a game reset here as we take a look at it. Glenwood with the advantage here. They have 3 timeouts remaining. Ballard with 2. Possession arrow in favor of the Bombers. Inside of 5 to play. Here's the skip pass over the top. Now Glenwood, Laura, really starting to slow this one down, or be patient offensively, if you will.
And it's not their DNA to do it that way, but might as well milk a little of the time off the clock until you get that high percentage shot. And Ballard's going to have to come out just a little bit more aggressive to see if they can force them into motion.
Scarborough playing a little triangle game out front. Are the Rams. Scarborough for 3. Off the mark, and the rebound to Levy.
Levy showing off good ball handling skills.
Here's Eiley, and a foul will be called on the floor, but each team solid into the bonus.
You know, Coach Anderson said that when Molly Eiley was a freshman, they went to a basketball camp over in Carroll, and it was to prove to the rest of the team that she was going to be the point guard of the future. It was her freshman year. They went over there, and after a game or so, everybody said, yeah, she's going to be our point guard of the future. So the experiment panned out, and she has cemented that role and trying to finish it off with a championship.
Eiley now with 3, but 13 rebounds. And a lot of skin left out on the floor. She's been all over it tonight, diving for loose balls. Still a 2-possession game here with 3:20 to play. And now a timeout going to be taken here by Glenwood.
I think they're going to talk about being patient, being smart with the basketball.
We'll take a timeout with them as you're watching the 4A championship game here on Iowa PBS.
Stream the best of PBS on any device with the PBS Video app. All your favorite drama, history, science, news, and documentaries, all in one place. Watch your PBS station live or catch up on the shows you missed. Discover new favorites from PBS and locally produced shows from your station.
Iowa PBS Performances presents another captivating triple bill from Ballet Des Moines. First, the creative and powerful In Formation, set to the music of Philip Glass and Yo-Yo Ma. Classical ballet comes to life with excerpts from Sleeping Beauty and La Corsaire. And Padam Padam will delight us with the romance of post-war Paris. Join us for Acts of Resilience, Spirit.
Coming to Iowa PBS, March 12th.
Well, here we go. 3:19 to play. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Glenwood holding on to this 4-point lead, and the ball right now They've got their starting 5 onto the floor. Did the Rams. Hop, Matheny, Hughes, Camden, and Scarborough. As the Rams go to work here. What do you think was talked about in that timeout by Brian Rasmussen?
I think just what we're seeing. Spread the floor. If you don't have an easy shot at the basket, a layup, or a point-blank shot, then kick it back out. Let's run a little clock.
Here's a drive by Hop, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
See the good dribble drive with the left hand, trying to get the and one situation. But couldn't connect, but gets to go to the line.
First free throw, nothing short, did Hop.
Normally a 74% free throw shooter, just left that one off the front of the rim.
And cans the next one. Jenna Hop with a double-double today. 14 points, 11 rebounds so far. Big possession here for the Bombers as they try to go against this zone. Levy in the paint, gets the layup. Laura, it is a one-possession game and a timeout taken here with 2:24 to play.
And Levy did such a great job, again, with body control and knocking that shot down.
Biggest day of my life.
So I walked away from all of it. Now I'm gonna be part of this country.
My hard work has allowed us to have all these nice things.
There's not for sure future in it.
But it's the best decision that I've ever made.
Coming to Iowa PBS March 19th.
In 1939, millions of our grandparents went to war.
Your grandfather would have been standing upon the indefatigable, witnessing history.
Now 4 Hollywood stars are exploring their family's extraordinary World War II stories.
Gosh, why didn't I know this?
How extraordinary history is, particularly this link of grandchildren and grandparents.
My grandparents' war.
Coming to Iowa PBS April 4th.
Here we go, 43-40. 2:24 to play. Glenwood with the advantage here on the Ballard Bombers. Glenwood will have the ball, and it looks like the pressure is going to be applied full court here by Ballard. Each team into the bonus, single bonus. As Scarborough will have it up top. They'll set the play, and it's going to be tied up. Wow, Levy able to get her hands in there. Possession arrow will give it to Ballard with an opportunity to tie it or pull within one here.
A big, big turnover. Smart play by Levy as the ball went into the high post. Hop brought it down around her waist, and Levy just jumped on it.
In the first half, Ballard had a 9-point lead that was erased by Glenwood. Glenwood then held a 10-point lead. Ballard trying to go for the tie. They got it!
Skip pass, drive into the middle, draw the defense, kick it out to the three-point shooter.
Now back on this end, the drive, and going to the line right away is going to be Coral Matheny. Wow, Glenwood said, okay, let's go play our game and attack.
You don't let the defense set up. After the shot, they hustled the ball inbounds and got out on the run. There's a good look at the skip pass over to Fleshman, who knocked down a big jumper to tie it up.
Fleshman now with 16 here in the title game. 16 for Levy. And checking out of the game will be Meg Reitz, who will foul out. Reitz will check out with 4 points scored today and a missed free throw here by Matheny. He's now 1 of 4 from the line.
And that's 2 players now. Ballard has lost to fouls. Cassidy Thompson and now Meg Reitz.
The next free throw good, and it's a 1-point lead here for Glenwood. 1:45 to play. Here's Fleshman to Eiley.
Ballard has had success with the dribble drive and kick.
Now to Eiley, off onto the wing to Levy. Levy on the drive, can't get it to fall, and the rebound to Glenwood. In backcourt to Hughes, who's being double teamed, and now a timeout going to be taken here by Glenwood. Full timeout to the Rams. They'll be left with 1 remaining. 1:12 to play. It's a 1-point game. Are you kidding me? What a championship game here in Class 4A.
Ballard has come to life here in the 4th quarter. 16 points. And they have climbed back into this. Now they're going to have to play a little defense. And that's what they've done all season long, is play defense. So they're comfortable in this position, being able to try to get the turnover or the steal.
So Glenwood will have the possession arrow, each team with a timeout remaining. The next foul by Ballard will put Glenwood at the line to shoot 2. Single bonus still for Ballard, as Glenwood just has 17 fouls here in the late half.
It's going to come down to taking care of the basketball for Glenwood, making free throws if you do get fouled. And for Ballard, you've got to go back to your fundamentals of defense. Maybe gamble a little bit. Maybe try to speed Glenwood up a little bit to see if you could jump a passing lane somewhere and get the ball in your possession.
So 2 Bombers have fouled out, Meg Reitz and Cassidy Thompson. Everybody here at Wells Fargo Arena is up on their feet. Glenwood will put it in play in backcourt to Scarborough. Guarded by Levy. Now the weave up top with a 1-point lead in a minute remaining. Here's Camden, and she'll be fouled up top by Sydney Briggs, the senior. And so going to the line will be Madison Camden. He's got 19 on the day, but nothing's been easy at the foul line today for either of these 2 teams.
No, it hasn't. And the one thing that we've seen a lot of this state tournament, as Camden knocks down the first one, is a lot of offensive rebounds given up off of a free throw. So if you're Ballard, you need to box out if this one comes off the rim if you want to have a chance.
Camden now with 20, the rebound going to come down to Levy. Here come the Bombers inside of 50 seconds to play. They try to do the skip pass up top. It's thrown away by Hop. Ballard will get the possession back, and a timeout going to be taken here by Kelly Anderson, and that is the final timeout for Ballard. 46 seconds to play. 45-43. If you're going to be the Bombers, how do you design the play here, Laura?
Well, the question is, do you want to go for the win or do you want to go for the tie? That's the first thing. And do you want to use the entire clock? Do you want to do it at the buzzer, or do you just want to get the bucket and tie it up, or go into the lead and then go back and play defense? And that's what has been their forte all season long. So I don't know if they're going to go for a quick hitter, or if they're going to hold the ball and try to get the last shot.
Every coach has an inbounds play designed for moments like this. It's your best inbounds play of the season. For Ballard, let's see what Kelly Anderson has designed for his team and how they execute on it. As this is fun, it's the 4A state championship game. Glenwood, the top seed in Class 4A. 45, Ballard, the number 2 seed at 43. It's lived up to the billing. Each team has had sizable leads. It's been tied down the stretch. And Glenwood with a 2-point lead. Each team into the bonus.
And no timeouts left, so you've got to get it inbounds here. You don't have a timeout left in your pocket.
Levy from the Bombers bench. Look to throw it into Eiley and does. It's from the sideline, not under the basket. And Fleshman with the deep three. She got it!
That is the play that they set up. You can see the double high post up top. It was a deep three, clutch three.
A 1-point lead for Ballard. Here come the Rams, and they're going to burn their final timeout with 24 seconds to play. Wow!
You can see the double post pick up top. Defense was a little late coming out. And what a huge bucket for Josie Fleshman.
Fleshman now with 19 to lead all Bombers. Now, if you're Glenwood, who gets the ball? Who gets the shot with 24 to play?
Well, Camden has been kind of quiet for a while, so maybe do you go to her? I think everybody's eyes are going to be on Jenna Hopp and figure that she's going to be the one that's going to put the ball on the deck and maybe try to take it to the hoop. But you could also see her do that and kick out to one of the shooters out on the perimeter. And again, do you do it quickly and leave time on the clock, or do you wind the clock down and try to score at the buzzer?
What a championship. Hope you're enjoying it here on Iowa PBS with Laura Leonard, BJ Shaban along with you here this afternoon. Class 2A championship game is set to start right at 4 o'clock, Maquoketa Valley, Dike, New Hartford here on Iowa PBS. They get it into backcourt. Here's Hughes. Here's Hopp at the high post. Working on Eiley, will back her in. The jumper left short, no good. Rebound. And the fadeaway jumper left short. Hopp tries to get the rebound. It's down on the deck, but Hopp's foot was on the baseline. Ballard will get it back with 6.4 to play.
Had a couple of opportunities, and you could see Hopp rolls right over the top of the ball, and she's out of bounds. And they're going to have to foul quickly here.
See if Ballard can get it in. And it's defended, and a quick foul will put the Bombers at the line, where it's been nothing short of a mystery here today. 7 of 13 from the line is Ballard.
And there's time, there's lots of time to get the ball down the court. Even if she makes both of these, you have time to get the ball down the court to get a good look at a three.
And hits the first one. Ballard coming back from 10 down with 5:35 to play in the third quarter. Eiley's next one, not there. Gonna hurry. Here's Scarborough. Gets it up. Here's a shot at the horn. Not the mark, and Ballard is your Class 4A state champion. Ballard never got away from their game, and they take one against Glenwood in the final moments of this one. What a championship game.
I'll tell you, one of the keys we talked about was single-digit quarters. They only had 2 single-digit quarters. They gave up 6 in the first to Glenwood and 9 in the fourth, while scoring 20 points of their own for the big comeback. And what execution on that final play to get the 3-point bucket at the end.
They win their school's second state championship, first since 2009. And the t-shirts are coming out. And for Glenwood, what a run, but just coming up short.
Recognize the Girls State Basketball Championship presented by Iowa Farm Bureau Class 4A All-Tournament Team. Presenting the awards is Craig Hill, President of the Iowa Farm Bureau. And joining him is Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. Also assisting are members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors, Greg Ebeling, Russ Adams, Travis Fleshner, Ron Fodness, and Jim Beamer. Here is your 2021 Class 4A All-Tournament team. From Glenwood, Madison Camden. From Ballard, Brooke Levy. From North Scott, Ashley Fountain. From Dallas Center Grimes, Emma Miner. From Glenwood, Jenna Hopp. And your 2021 Class 4A All-Tournament Team Captain, from Ballard, Molly Eiley.
What an all-tournament team. Molly Eiley named the all-tournament team captain. Folks, she did it off the glass and with her defense, and that's Ballard's game all year. And what an all-tournament team that is right there in your picture.
That is an outstanding group of athletes and basketball players that performed very well on the big stage here this week, and quite an ending to this ball game. It was exciting and quite a comeback for Ballard.
47-45 our final in the 4A championship. And now it's time to hand out the hardware.
Now, fans, please help us recognize your 2021 Class 4A runner-up, the Glenwood Rams and head coach Brian Rasmussen. Fans, 2 weeks ago, their ticket was punched. And now today, they redeem it as your 2021 Class 4A champion, the Ballard Bombers and head coach Kelly Anderson.
Ballard, your Class 4A champion, their second ever title. What a comeback for Ballard.
That was a great comeback by Ballard, and both of these teams are going to lose some seniors, but they've got a lot of good players coming back, so look out for these two teams next season.
What a fun tournament it has been, and we still have 2 more championships to come your way. The final here in Class 4A, Ballard comes from 10 down late to win it 47-45. Coming up next, 4 o'clock, Paul Yeager, Laura Leonard will have the call of Dyke New Hartford and Maquoketa Valley. For Laura Leonard, the rest of the crew here at Iowa PBS, I am BJ Shaban saying so long, and the championships are right here on Iowa PBS.
Funding provided by...
You work hard to feed them well. That's why at Fairway, we're committed to our foundation of personalized service while treating our customers like family and valuing our employees. Fairway Meat and Grocery, that's what we're all about.
By Muscle Lighting, the sports lighting specialists, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
Small businesses are the backbone of Iowa's communities, and they are backed by Iowa banks. With advice, loans, and financial services, banks across Iowa are committed to showing small businesses the way to a stronger tomorrow. Learn more at iowabankers.com.